Economic experts warning that America needs more legal immigrants to maintain a robust economy, but several Republicans are pushing to cut legal immigration in half. As President Trump says, we also need a merit-based system. To the man who wrote the book that President Trump says we should all read, Nick Adams, along with Steve Cortes. Nick, a best-selling author, the President Trump's reading list. There's no limits to what you can do. But let's talk about this because we know that we know that Tom Cotton, he's got a bill. He wants to cut legal immigration by half. We understand the Canadian system. We've talked about that, the idea of bringing in better immigrants. But should we bring in far less?
G'day, Charlie. Well, look, I think it's really important, Charles, that we make sure that the people that are coming to America are going to be legal immigrants, legal being the key word there, and second of all, that they're people that are going to contribute to the United States. So I think there's a lot of people that we can leave off that list, but I think that there are a lot of people that we should embrace. We want people to come to the United States that are going to contribute. We want people to come to the United States that understand what it means to be an American, that want to live the American dream, that want to make money, to use an expression that I know that you're familiar with and will appreciate. So it's really a matter of getting the right people. I don't know whether or not the argument about the numbers is really where the argument should be. It's about getting the right people in the right way.
Here's the thing, though, Steve. There are millions of Americans without jobs right now, and they're just saying, they're watching this segment saying, Charlie, you're nuts. I mean, of course we should cut legal immigration so that everybody in America could get a shot at a bite at this apple first.
Right. And Charles, listen, I'm sympathetic to their plight, but I would also say this. It's not a zero-sum game. It's not as though the pie is a certain size and we're all fighting over which piece of the pie. No, let's grow the pie. And one of the ways we do that is people like Nick Adams immigrating to America, people like my father immigrating to America, people who love this country, who do it legally. One of the key reasons, by the way, that we have to stop illegal immigration and that we have to secure our borders is so that we can preserve the wonderful phenomenon in this country that is legal immigration. And I am so tired of the left trying to conflate the two, because one has nothing to do with the other. We're a nation of immigrants. It's a strength, right, demographically, economically, culturally, and because of that, we can't allow illegal immigration.
Guys, just moments ago, we had breaking news that Oregon has become the 6th state to file some sort of legal motion against President Trump's new executive order on a moratorium. Nick, this is one of these things, to me, a 90-day moratorium seems like a no-brainer. But what are your thoughts? Is this a legal maneuver now, or is it just purely public relations, PR, bashing Trump?
I think it's purely public relations, Charles. I think it's very clear that this new executive order is far more legally sound than the previous one, and I think that these guys are just losing their minds. How can you possibly object to an executive order that very clearly is going to keep Americans safer? How can you possibly object to not letting in people who we can't vet? It makes no sense in the world. Any clear-thinking, right-minded person would be in favor of President Trump's executive order. Steve,
real quick, we only got 20 seconds, but your thoughts on this?
Listen, these are globalists gone crazy. We have a right, and it's not racist, it's not xenophobic, for Americans to have a right to say who is allowed to visit here. And if you're dangerous, or if we can't tell if you're dangerous, you can't visit.
Well, they're going to be calling it Muslim bashing, and it's gone back to the courts. Wow. You know what happened last time, so keep your fingers crossed.